welcome back to Academy again. So after a long time, I'm came up with new service in AWS, that is AWS Lambda, and this is one of the best and on-demand required service in current market trends. So before we jump into AWS Lambda, we want to know what is serverless. So let me present you what is serverless. So we have to understand before we jump into directly to AWS Lambda, we have to understand what is serverless. So why do we need servers? Why we don't want to go with server architecture, server based architecture instead of serverless? That let us see. So we can move from an idea to market very faster, eliminate we can eliminate operational overhead, so our teams can release quickly, get feedback and integrate to get to market faster than with server based architectures. And no servers to provision or manage. You don't want to manage any type of servers or manage, so all without managing servers. Serverless technology features, these all features you can eliminate actually. Automatic scaling, built-in high availability for serverless architecture, and pay for use billing model to increase agility and optimize your cost. The technology also eliminates infrastructure management tasks like capacity provisioning, patching, so you can focus on writing on your code that serves your customers. And adapt at scale. With technologies that automatically scale from zero to peak demands, you can adapt to customer needs faster than ever. Like build better applications easily. So serverless application have built-in service integrations, so you can focus on building your application instead of configuring your applications. Right. So lower your cost. Obviously, you don't want to pay up and running server cost. So you pay for value billing model. Resource utilization is automatically optimized and you never pay for over provisioning. It is horizontally scaling. And what is the serverless services available in the cloud now? So if you speak about AWS, and we are focusing on this series only on AWS, that is AWS service called AWS Lambda. Mainly we are focusing. Uh, this is across cloud providers. Azure having Azure functions, Google having Google function, IBM having its own OpenWhisk Apache, based on Apache it is built, and Oracle function we are having. Apart from this, Alibaba compute function is having for different cloud service providers. So before we deep getting into Lambda, just we will quickly look into the services offered, serverless services offered on AWS. These are the main services. I can say Lambda and Fargate on compute, and the data storage, DynamoDB, Aurora, and AWS S3, RDS proxy. We have multiple services. We will look into these services if required in future. And coming to the application integration, API gateway, step functions. Step function is basically to orchestrate Lambda functions, multiple Lambda functions. If you have, you can say first the function one, second function two, like that you can set up. So it will execute in sequence way. It's a like orchestrator. And SNS, SQS, Event Bridge, and AppSync. These are the services which offers by AWS. There are multiple services you can integrate with this AWS Lambda. So again, now we came into Lambda. So what is actually Lambda? Lambda is an event-driven serverless compute platform. Whenever any events occurs, then your Lambda function will trigger. Without any servers or up and running servers, you don't want to worry about. It's a completely computing service that runs on our code, or we can say it as a function as a service, function as a code, so we can tell in response to the events and automatically manage the computing resources required by that code. Next, Lambda runs your function only when we need and scales automatically from a few requests to per day to 1,000 requests per second. And Lambda you can run code for virtually any type of application or any backend service, all with zero administration, and only pay for what you use based on the usage, and only pay for whatever use. Your charge based on the usage, number of requests for your function, and the duration it takes for your code to execute. Mainly a Lambda function will charge on the time the code it is executed, how much time it is taken to execute your function or your code. For that only it will be charged. Or you can say you can invoke your Lambda function using the Lambda API, or Lambda you can run functions in response to the events from other any AWS services. For example, you can build data processing triggers for AWS services such as Amazon S3 simple storage service, or Amazon DynamoDB. You can process streaming data stored in Amazon Kinesis, or create your own backend that operates at AWS scale and performance and security. And also another thing, Lambda is highly available service, and we are having very good document to go and start with AWS Lambda. And Lambda function is also having some limitations, so you can't run Lambda function more than 15 minutes, and the memory allocation is 128 MB to 10240 MB, and you can run your Lambda for only 5 layers, and the burst concurrency is 500 to 300, and also it is varies per region. So in some regions it varies. And invocation payload 6 MB in synchronous way, and 256 KB in asynchronously. And deployment package zip file archiving size 50 MB zip you can upload, and you can invoke it from any of your S3, or 250 MB unzipped one you can take it, or if you are working from directly from console you can go with the 3 MB, and the temporary directory storage is 512 MB. And this Lambda function you can access in three ways with the, like other services how we are accessing. That is, one is with AWS CLI, command line, or SDK, or any cloud formation. These three ways you can go and access your AWS Lambda. And Lambda is also having some sort of limitations, and it will support for only few type of few languages, that is Python 2.7 and 3.6 and above, like 8 and 9. And Python 2x version is almost is going to sunset. Only we have to focus on Python 3. And Node.js, Ruby, Java, Go language, .NET Core, and C#. This is supported for these many languages. And also this Python requires, this Lambda requires uh, AWS inbuilt, like AWS SDKs is there. With the help of AWS SDKs, which is built for only for AWS Lambda, that is Boto3. Boto3 libraries, SDK libraries we have to use. With the help of that, you can write your code, and you can write your function, and you can deploy it. So how to write your Lambda function? So don't worry, we will help you to write your basic Lambda functions to function, starting from basic Lambda function to maximum whatever we are using in currently in market, that is real-time industry. Let us say automating any tasks, event driven tasks, as I discussed. So we will go with all the details, and also I will give the Boto3 overview in my upcoming session, and then we will start with the AWS Lambda actual use case from this basic to very advanced. We will see the Lambda function, how we can easily things get done with AWS Lambda. So if you have any queries on AWS Lambda, please comment on this video, so I will happy to help you. Thank you. Thanks for watching.